Hi, I'm Dr. Christiane Northrup, an OBGYN physician and authority on everything that can go right with your body. And I'm here to tell you how to transform your health and truly flourish while making your life much easier. As humans, we tend to seek consistency in our beliefs and actions. And when you have two conflicting thoughts at the same time, or when you engage in behavior that conflicts with your beliefs, you're apt to feel a sense of discomfort. And if you're like most people, you feel the need to resolve it. Why is this so? It's called cognitive dissonance, and everyone experiences it to some degree. So, what is cognitive dissonance? Leon Festinger, in 1957, came up with the theory that as human beings, we try our best to achieve internal consistency or cognitive coherence. This happens when our beliefs, thoughts, and opinions match our actions, behavior, and attitude. This is called walking your talk. To maintain coherence, you try to avoid mental tension at all times. When we experience dissonance, we feel psychological discomfort and strive hard to reduce it or to avoid it altogether. But life is filled with situations that create cognitive dissonance every day. Every time you are faced with making a decision, you feel it to some degree. Dissonance is not always a bad thing. It may be the first step to making needed changes, like, I really can't keep eating this junk food and pretend it's not adversely affecting my health. So, first of all, how does cognitive dissonance feel? Just like with pain, everyone has a different level of tolerance for cognitive dissonance. Most have a nagging feeling of discomfort, but some can experience extreme anxiety. Sometimes guilt, anger, shame, or a feeling of being immoral or have a lack of self-worth comes up. Normally, it just feels uncomfortable. Examples of situations that cause cognitive dissonance would be smoking while knowing it causes cancer, continuing to smoke despite health risks, that causes dissonance. Alcohol is the same. Or joining a cult. You realize after you've joined the cult that your beliefs differ from the cult's leaders. What do? Also, engaging in sex before marriage if you come from a strict religious background that believes this is wrong. Cognitive dissonance happens in relationships. Narcissists and energy vampires are masters at creating dissonance. You may be in an energy vampire relationship if you disregard your own gut feelings about somebody and make excuses for them, fear what they will do next, are torn between believing what you want to believe about them and what you're actually seeing happen in front of you. It happens when you feel shamed, criticized, abused. You often experience cognitive dissonance every time a person does something harmful because your belief, let's say, is that in their hearts, everyone is a good person. But the energy vampire's actions don't reflect that at all. And you may end up suffering from a PTSD-like symptom complex where you develop autoimmune disease or even executive function disorder. That can happen where you just can't think straight. Women who've been in relationships with narcissists have brain changes of executive problems, executive dysfunction, because what the guy says and how he acts is so different, but she keeps thinking, I can help him, he was wounded in childhood. So what are you going to do about it? To change cognitive dissonance, you have to change your behavior. So know that drinking and driving is dangerous and against the law. So you have a couple choices. Stop drinking or take an Uber. Now, changing your behavior is the hardest, but the best way to reduce cognitive dissonance. Or change your beliefs. Our minds are constantly sorting out data to support our beliefs. Add new cognitions to support your behavior. So you might say, not all studies show that smoking causes cancer. So what you do when you want to continue a behavior that you know isn't right, then you will find data to support your behavior. Okay, or let's say that you go to the doctor and you have a high blood pressure and you're overweight and you come home and you know you should change your diet, but here's what you do. You go, oh, the doctor didn't tell me. The doctor didn't tell me I needed to do anything. Okay, this will work for a while. changing the facts, but often your true beliefs will resurface. So to change your beliefs in a positive manner, try tapping on a belief. That's the emotional freedom technique. EMDR therapy really helps. You have to justify your beliefs and behaviors by altering the importance of something. So it's okay to spend money frivolously because you can't take it with you. So what if you're overspending? You say, well, you can't take it with you. Or smoking is okay because I've got to die of something someday. Or staying in a relationship is fine, even though he continually puts me down. I've been married for 25 years, might as well stick it out. When you do this, eventually, the dissonance will catch up with you when you keep trying to justify your behavior. You can no longer continue to do this. So what you want to do, try therapy with someone who understands personality disorder, narcissism, if you are in relationship with an energy vampire. Arm yourself with information. I want you to know how much of a health risk chronic cognitive dissonance is when you're living with someone who continually does what's called gaslighting. By the way, gaslighting comes from the movie Gaslight, where this guy was trying to drive his wife crazy and he kept turning down the flame in the gaslight, but told her he wasn't doing it. I'll bet you've got some gaslighters in your life, and it can cause cognitive dissonance like, is this really going on? I feel like I'm going crazy. That's cognitive dissonance. Read my book, Dodging Energy Vampires. I think it'll help you. For more inspirational tips, visit my blog, exploredrnorthrup.com, where you will find wisdom for the body, mind, and spirit, and discover the connection between your thoughts, beliefs, physical health, and life circumstances. And remember, you're in the driver's seat of your health, and achieving health can be easy.